Now let's see the views. So as I said, here we have 5 views. If you want to add more views, uh, we can just add them by going to window and show view. Okay, so let's briefly go through each view. So how to maximize this? Clicking on the plus maximizes it. If you don't like that view, you can again minimize it. It will be here. Okay, so most important views are job, context, component, and run. Okay, so let's talk about the component because this is the major uh, view among all these, because you configure different components in the component view. Okay, so what does the component view does? It details the parameters specific to a particular component. And as I said, if you want to design a job and if you want to run it successfully, you have to configure it in the component view. Without configuring it in the component view, you cannot run a job successfully at all. Then we have the run view. Run view, what it does, it executes your jobs. You can kill your job when it is running. You can clear and debug options, etc., etc. All you can do from the run view. Then you have another view called error log. So error log, when you run or execute job, if it aborts, then it logs in this the logs. You can see it from the error log here. And then let's see the job view. So job view basically explains information about this job. What's the name, what's the version, creation, modification, and there are some extra tabs. Actually, since this tab is common to all the jobs that you create, I will explain you briefly here. Okay. So main view, extra, stats, logs, and version. So main view basically explains you the version, status, name, and other, and etc. Then in the extra, here it shows some extra parameters including the multi-thread execution, and then you have the implicit T context load. Current at this stage of the course, you won't understand what these are. We have separate sections to discuss about these two options, so we will talk about this there. Then we have stats and logs. So if you want to enable or disable statistics and logs for the entire job, you do it from here. So currently we are using project settings. If you don't want to use that, if you want to manually, then you can click them and you can select where do you want to show those statistics, on console, or do you want to write to a file. Then you will give the file location. So these are all like Java log catchers. So if you are familiar with Java, you will understand what is the stat, log, flow meter. Otherwise, we will talk about them when we speak about the particular components. So we have components related to this: tstat, tlog, tflowmeter. We will talk about them in detail. But remember, if you want to do something, that here we have that option. You have to remember all these options because in the certification, these are the questions they ask. Okay, so for example, one sample question might be, where do you in the views, or most they will ask in the component view, where do you change the label of the component? One thing you can do is just click on this, but that's not the question they ask. They ask in the component view, where do you, the options will be like in the documentation, in the dynamic settings, in the basic settings, in the view. So the answer is in the view, in the label format option. So this is the place where you change the label name. So you have to go through all of this. Then if you are planning to write the certification, you have to practice. You have to go through each and every option of this. I will explain you, don't worry, I will explain you each and every option here, but just like an FYI, remember you should go through all these options. Okay, then we have the versioning. It will just explain you what version this job is in, when it was created and modified. So this is the job view. Then we saw the problems. So it displays the messages linked to the icons docked on a component. For example, sometimes click this. Okay, and for example, if I don't give it any, yeah, sure, it will show me some warnings or error messages, as you can see here. Problems tab displays different errors or warnings with your code. So as when we removed the schema for this particular component, it shows me the warning like no schema has been defined yet. So that you can go to the problems and the job resource name or job name. Here you can see, so it is showing me that warning where it shows in the code part of that particular, if you click on the code, and if you see there are see this, there are errors, there are warnings. So all these errors and warnings are shown in this problems tab. So if you go to errors, and we have this particular job, okay, line 998, I don't know which line this is, but as you can see, these are the errors. That's what it shows there. So this first error is our first one here. So basically from the problems view you can do that. Actually I don't use this because I don't go into the code and I do changes there. I work only on the designer. So for example, if I see error here and this, I know what's happening. I will just go to the respective component. It's saying that it is error because it doesn't have the schema there, and it's showing warning. It clearly explains that there is no schema here. So I know what happening. So I don't want to close this, save this. Let me close that. What I can do is, so it is still thinking there are some problems with this job. So let me run it. So it will build it. Yeah, so the problem is with my SQL Server. I didn't switch it on, so that's why it is not running. So let me start my SQL Server. Okay, so I cannot do that since this is Mac. I have to do it from here. Start. Okay, it started. That's good. Stopped. Server status, refresh. Okay, so it updated. Now it says it is running. Everything is running. That's good. Now let's go back here. Let's run it again. That's good. Good. Okay, so now everything is good. We don't have any more problems. Everything ran successfully. That's good. Okay, so let's close this. Okay, now that error thing gone. Okay, so what basically happened was we removed that, we closed it, so it assumed there was, we had errors when we removed that, so it assumed it still has. So unless you run it successfully, it won't remove that. That's what happened. I ran it, but when I ran it, it aborted because I didn't start my MySQL server there. So I switched it on, I started my server and then ran the job. It ran successfully. Okay, so those you can see from the problems, error log and views. Okay, then we have the context. So contexts are when we talk about context, you will know what they are, but for now just think or just remember you will have your context here. You can add, remove your context in this view. for that particular job. Then finally, the last panel we have is outline and code viewer. This outline and code viewer is nothing but it will show you the code for this for particular component. When you click on that, it will show you the code for that particular component. T MySQL output. When you click on MySQL close, it will show you the code for that particular component. Okay. Whereas this outline will outline your all your components in this job, but mostly you will use this one for the global variables. So each component, Talend provides global variables for each component. For example, most of the components common global variables are the number of records this is reading or writing, and the error message this component gives. So if you click on this, it will show the error message this component gives and the number of lines this component produces. So it has this after, some will have during, I think these all have after, I guess. Yeah. Some the bracket, whatever content is there in the bracket, it will differ. After means you can only use this global variable after you finish this particular component. You cannot use before that. For example, if you want to find the number of lines this read, this particular component read, if you want to use that variable in this one, you cannot, because you didn't yet run this component, and how will you know the total number of lines that read, right? So after means you can only use, for example, you can use this variable in this one if you want to find the number of lines this one read. So that's the after. There are different variables where you can even use before you even run that particular component. I will show you, because in some of the jobs we will use these global variables, but just remember, using the outline you can access the global variables for different components. It will show you what are the global variables that are available to that component. Okay, so those are the different panels that you have to know in order to design a job or business model or anything.